In something that's in your way, fake the grip, can't pull it off. Collapse the elbow, take the belt, hip bump, round, trap the foot, drive your shin forward, ankle pick. You've got passes and all sorts of bits and bobs, and leg locks depending on your grades. Alright? So, from here, collapse the grip, collapse the arm, take the belt. From there, I smash through. Now some of you, I've been saying to some of you, just imagine that your back foot knocks your front foot through, right? That might help you think of that. But look at Jake's balance now. When I move that foot round and drive my shin in, he's already on his way. The ankle pick just secures it, right? Now a lot of people, when they teach that inside trip, they teach it like, almost like a foot sweep. Now Jake can just step his foot round off that, dead easy. But if I hook my foot round and drive my shin in, he's got to lift ever so slightly, which allows me a little bit extra time to get the ankle pick. That's what you're aiming for. So you hook the foot right round, drive your shin forward, drive your knee forward. So, oh, Jake's so strong, I can't break that grip. He tightens it up because he thinks, you're not getting that off. Great, collapse the elbow. I want to stay there. Hip bump, inside trip, hook your foot round, drive the knee forward into their shin, ankle pick, and lift. And you've got whatever you fall into. Happy with that? The balance is key, right? So think about where he is in relative space. So if he's forward there, I can't do anything until I've taken care of that leg. Now look at his balance. I'm going that way. Alright? I wouldn't try and throw him forward or backwards there. His balance is that way. That's the way you take them. Alright? That makes sense? I'll play with that, see if you can get that one. So we pull across, we collapse the arm from here. I've got that belt grip. I'm still doing the hip bump here. Look where Jake's landed. I'm just going to bundle him straight over. But do you want to come round this side? If you look at Jake's face, right? He's not very happy. And I haven't put my weight on yet. When I sink that, I'm taking some weight on my hand there, so when I sink that, that's worse because I've got that arm pinned across my chest, right? So we've got options here. If I want it to be awful, I could sit my hip through, crank the shoulder, or I could just wrap him up. Alright? Try and get a hand on at least. Now I'm going to take the sleeve at the very bottom end and like hoop grip in from here. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to move Jake, right? And I always get people to move around, especially if you're fighting bigger, heavier people and stuff. But even people of your own weight class, you need to be more mobile, I would guess, right? Because that's where people go to make mistakes when they're stepping around, right? So all I'm going to do is effectively lift that elbow up, right? I'm lifting the elbow, but I'm pulling away on the sleeve to create that step in action. That's all I need. All I need is that, right? Now there's a threat of a little bit of it's not an arm lock, so I think you guys will be all right. We can use it in our sport. We can't do standing arm locks in Sambo or judo. You used to be able to, but they've kind of took all the fun out. But what they've done, because you used to be able to just whack it on. If somebody had a straight arm, you could, it was your own fault. But from there, we can't do it now. But this kind of just moves the arm round and gets them to step, right? So that's the movement pattern I want. So the two things that are happening, I'm pulling the cuff and lifting my elbow and levering around with my hips, if that makes sense, all right? So there's a couple of things happening at once, but you've got to have a cross grip, right? It's no good kind of on here, because we're going to attack that far foot when I make him step round on it, if that makes sense. So from here, he's got that dominating grip from there. Now he's going to want my sleeve, because then he's strong. If I'm gripping here, he can't control that, so I can lever him round, set, and through. So it's the same ankle pick, inside trip, exactly the same principle. So I'm worried about that grip, cross grip here, from there, lever him round, make that step, hook your foot round, drive the shin in, and push with that cross grip. Alright, you're just forcing the step. Without the step, you haven't really got it though, if that makes sense. Right, so I get the cross grip here, hand fight from there, take the sleeve, lever him round, tack, drive. And as I ankle pick, I'm driving and punching that hand that cross grip down to the floor. Does that make sense? Happy with that? So the movement without the throw, cross grip first. So I'm kind of safe-ish. Remember, don't straighten your arm. Keep it bent. We used to say to kids in judo years ago, dinosaur arms, never overextend, right? So from here, take the collar, the cuff, here. Lift the elbow, rotate them round to make that step. Inside trip, ankle pick. Exactly where you want them, jobs are good. Alright? You get them moving, right? Get it from here, I've got options, right? It doesn't just have to be inside. I can come for the outside, drive, you know, you've got a few bits, double leg, double leg, whatever kind of things you look for in your own stand-up game, right? If you get that movement there, he's off balance. You only haven't got long, but it's just a case of getting the movement, and it doesn't have to be like trying to drag people around. I've got people at my club that still try that, and I say you've got to be a little bit more subtle about it. It's just levers, and there's not a lot to that to get them on the move, right? The same as when we're doing this one, holding the arm, collapse it across. There's not a lot to that to get them moving, all right? So we're going to come back to this one. We're going to show you a little sacrifice throw. I've just had a little bit of a chat with him. I'll show you it, and you tell me if you think it's workable. It's workable in Sambo, and it works in judo. You tell me if you think it's workable for BJJ, right? Because that's what I'm here for, and I'm happy to be led by you guys, right? So if I pull this across from here, step through, round, and over. Yep. Yeah. Possible? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Yeah. I see a lot of people trying lateral drops and things from a standard sleeve and lapel. If you think about it from an oblique grip, or a 2-on-1 kind of scenario, even if you haven't got a gi, you know, with 2-on-1 from there, the inside foot steps first. So you're creating space and you hop round, right? So it's not what you think. A lot of people make the mistake of stepping here and trying to drop. You've got to create the momentum first. So step out, round, and then from there, I'm going to drop here and pull the belt. Jake's coming over the leg, and I come straight up to the pin. All right? So you've got to put a little bit of momentum into it. Same principle of collapsing the arm. Take the belt. Step out, round, pull, and through for your pin. However that wants to look for you guys. Whatever you want to look for, it's entirely up to you. All right? So the key thing is, if you go the other way, it's a big step with your inside leg first. Here. So your knee of foot, step, round, pull. If you want to be nice, you can leave go of the belt, just so you haven't got your fist in your partner's hair. Back. Alright? Happy with that? I'm going to try, see if we